their name so that we can track them down. Not under my watch to give up. As I tell you, try and not beside the threatening you. Try say you they give up, make it clear for your eyes just now. See, my people, this Nigeria will not die here, we live here. The struggle for a better Nigeria will not be easy, but it is worth every effort and time you put in. Nation building is not a sprint, it's a marathon. If the people where they destroy your life and our lives together never give up, why now we go give up? The system you are fighting to change is a sophisticated criminal enterprise. It has been in place for more than 60 years and counting. It will take dedication, resilience, and strategy for you to ensure that the people prevail. And at the end, you will know that the power of the people is greater than the criminals in power, because this journey will end with the success of the Nigerian people and not the criminals in power. My country people, I know say a lot of people get issue with the election where don't happen for Abuja with the electoral act bill where they sign. So calm down, no panic, because that is what they want for people to be discouraged. As it is today, there are few lessons that you must learn and ensure you have your counter strategy to ensure that the will of the people will prevail. In Nigeria today, high neck, I don't talk am before and I'm repeating it again. High neck is the weapon fashioned against Nigeria. For how long this weapon will continue to prosper is up to you and me as Nigerians to determine. The APC know say they are an unpopular party. APC know from top to bottom, from president to the list, they know say free and fair elections they cannot win. They have no chance. The only chance is through electoral malpractices, through rigging. And that is why every step where they take, they are showing you clearly that we are setting up a rigging machine. The question be say, what is your counter strategy to ensure that the will of the people will prevail? Because if you decide to be discouraged, you don't play into their hands. It is all part of the strategy. Even the Electoral Act bill and all that, we never hear the last, because any pressure where we need to put, we go still put them. But that is not the focus for this message. If you decide to be discouraged, we are already playing into their hands, and it they show for even the Abuja election. For Abuja, out of total registered voters of about 900,000, less than 70,000 came out to vote, meaning less than 10% of people come out to come vote. It is part of the strategy. The lesser people will come vote, the easier it is to buy votes, the easier it is to rig, to use police to change results, and so on and so forth. Imagine if one polling unit, for some polling units for Abuja on Saturday, less than 10 people been dead there. Imagine polling units where 1,000 people mount for there, say that they want to count and ensure their vote will count, make the people who want rig pass through those 1,000 people. So it is up to us to permit the rigging. I'll give you the example. If you look at Anambra State election, we bring back Soludo second term. The total vote we bring them is less than 500,000, about 430-something thousand. If Anambra State alone, where they say on it fit give you on a normal day 800,000 to 1 million votes, Anambra is giving you less than 500,000 votes for the winner. Imagine what Enugu go give you: Ebonyi, Bayelsa, Cross River, Abia. That is part of the strategy. So that even when opposition say they win maybe southeast or southwest, at the end of the day, they say they bring one senatorial district from, they'll say fear not, maybe from Kanu or from Borno, it can clear out all of this. Why? Because people decided to sit out and they work with that voter apathy. Nigerians, as it is today, we must decide that we take elections to the extent of a national crisis to have an electoral revolution. Everything where you decide so is a careful plan to ensure that the vote of the people will not count. The statement of FCT Minister Wike, he tell APC supporters during campaign, he say, you just vote, leave the rest for me. The question be say, waiting be the rest where they leave for Wike. That rest, so, is what every Nigerian must mobilize to ensure, say, when you vote on election day, the rest where they say may they leave for Wike after people don't vote, Nigerians must see that rest to a reasonable conclusion. You know why? That rest where we can say they live for them. Now the same rest where all the governors they don't defer go on the mandate which they shall collapse. So now that rest now they go do for their states. That is what they are banking on. That rest where they say leave the rest for us. The question is, what is the strategy of Nigerians? At this point, instead of giving up, everybody must wake up and unite. Opposition, you need to do better. That is if there is opposition in Nigeria. And Nigerians, not the only political figures we go look opposition. We, the people, must form the people's opposition. People, when they run for power today, if they don't get the power, what do they have to lose? Now, you and me be the collateral for bad government. We must unite, whether religious leaders, traditional leaders, Nigerian civil society. opposition political party, there must be mobilization to ensure that you protect and defend the mandate of the people. Because everything where PC they do is a litmus test to show you that any level of criminality where you absorb, where you accommodate, we are going to escalate it. Unfortunately, Nigerians, you go see, if na conference or crusade they put, you go see multiple people there. If you carry that crowd to polling units, before God and man, nobody can rig you out of that place. When I hear people go tell me, say, Peter, I dare your back, we are standing behind you, what do you they do for my back? I take or beg you come up from my back. Come, let us stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Put the pressure that we need to put to obtain what we want. Because always remember, for how long do you for freedom when you are under oppression? For as long as it takes. Wake up, my people, shine your eye. The power of the people is greater than the criminals in power. Do not give up. A luta continua. When I go still hear from me, my name is Peter for Nigeria. I swear I love you.
Why? You know, this is why this particular elections that we just will be a defining moment in the democratic journey for Nigeria. Not because it reflects the will of the people, but because it exposes that obstacle that clogs, that hangs in the way of the will of the people. You know, I came into this particular race and journey, you know, hoping that believing in democracy, believing in the resilience of the will of the people in Abuja, believing that, especially with the change in the INEC, you know, that there was going to be something different, you know.
That was the leadership of INEC.
Yes, the leadership of INEC. So I was hoping for something new. Charles, by 3 p.m., I already won the elections across board. The results, you know, were already there. And then magic began to happen. And this is a crazy thing. So not only do I reject the outcome of the results, but I also, you know, it's so disheartening to see the imposition of curfew, to see the mutilations of results, to see how members of the ADC were harassed, you know, from different polling booths. And I have never seen a heightened level of vote buying like we've seen, you know, in this particular election.
Solucionar un problema que ya existe de inseguridades con
El Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele, I quote, "There's no state that cannot stand up to criminals. If a state does not defeat criminality, it is because the state is complicit." This is in 2012.
Jonathan, you will not sleep well.
This is in 2012, and this is Tunde Bakari. Okay.
Jonathan, you will not sleep well. Those who are supporting you will not sleep well. When you wake up in the morning, you will be my grave. In the evening, you will be buried. If you don't leave quickly, what happened to Abacha will happen to you. If you don't leave quickly, what happened to Yaradua will happen to you. The people of Nigeria say, enough is enough. We're going to call and they will shout, "Ole! We are one by one.
that is Tunde Bakari, a supposed general overseer of the what you call man of God, the people that you sit down to listen to them, teach you about righteousness, holiness, fairness, love, and truth. Now, this is human being that is praying, laying course, swearing for somebody's father. That is Goodluck Jonathan, the former president of Nigeria, due to issue of fuel subsidy. They say he's swearing for the man, laying call, saying that if Goodluck Jonathan if he does not leave that seat on time, what happened to Yaradua, what happened to Abacha will happen to him. Of course, you know what happened to those people. The man, in other ways, now wishing, praying for Goodluck to man if he does not leave that seat. Now, look at it. This is Tinubu regime. compare this present economy to the time of Goodluck Jonathan. You and I we agree that things were better back then. Now let this say you might be come out and protest. Let us say anything against Tinubu, whether they will not close down his entire ministry. To show you that these people they are not sincere. Sometimes they take advantage of somebody's gentleness, kindness, because Goodluck was the gentle type for president. Maybe that should be another topic for another day. But what I'm trying to say is that now that things are worse, he cannot come out and say anything bad against Tinubu regime. He dare not try. Another general overseer of a church, redeemed pastor to be precise, the person of Enoch Adeboye said Nigeria problem is spiritual at this period in Tinubu regime. But in the time of Goodluck Jonathan, he led 1 million march protests against that gentleman, taking advantage of the man's calmness and gentleness. Let all of them come out and say opposite, criticize this government. And the reason why some of them cannot come out and say anything against this regime because some of them are guilty of what not the other. Their hands are stained with corruption. They say you might be that stand what you call Pupils, be preaching holiness, righteousness, truth, and fairness, talking about the God Jesus and heaven. And you cannot ask yourself questions, so what is the matter? What is going on? These people, they are not sincere, they are hypocrites.
Jonathan!
The FCT election in Abuja and environs has just taken place, and we're told that APC has had a resounding victory. And of course, the ADC coalition people are outraged and are claiming that all kinds of irregularities took place, from vote buying to disenfranchisement to the minister of FCT, Ransom, roaming around allegedly intimidating people and interfering in the process. Okay, so because I'm a P2B person, which means I'm kind of ADC, sort of, my instinct is to agree with the AGC people on the ground who complained about massive irregularities. But I'm also a journalist, and I try my best to be honest and objective. And I've heard another side of the story, which is that the AGC election activities and in FCT were very much below par. There were issues around the way the candidate was selected, issues around the fact that the candidate was not an indigent, issues around not having enough polling agents. And I've spoken to a couple of people who I think are intellectually honest enough to cast a bold eye on everything that happened and give a verdict that is not biased. And a couple of them have told me that they think that APC actually won on Saturday. Now, for me, the waters have been so muddied that nobody can really say for sure who won or didn't win. I have seen mutilated ballot papers, for example, right? But the issue is this. ADC needs to get its act together if it wants to put up any kind of credible opposition to the ruling party. And I would like to address the ADC leadership, from to Amici, to Peter Obi, to David Mark, to Arebe Shola, to all the big boys who are packaging opposition right now, supposedly. Look, you need to do better. Everybody knows, including APC people, that APC is extremely unpopular. And while I recognize that President Tinubu has the yam and the knife, there's a lot to be said for the power of the people. And if opposition is managed properly, there's no reason why we can't give APC the fight of its life and maybe even drive APC from power. The question I want to ask the ADC leadership is, are we really ready to put up a good fight? I mean, the election is just around the corner. Come on, guys. We can do better than this.
So, yeah, somebody did some type of investigation. I'm going to read it to you guys. And they said turkey wings are primarily imported to Nigeria because they are considered a low-value byproduct in Europe and America, where consumers prefer breast and thigh meat. These waste parts are frozen and sold cheaply to Nigeria, where they are popular, relatively affordable, and often smuggled in to bypass import restrictions. All ye turkey wing lovers. There you have it.
The elections in Abuja, I haven't said anything. I've not even made any tweet. I never made any post prior to the elections and after the elections. Why? Because the truth is that when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And if you have followed my platforms for the past couple of weeks, you would have seen that I've been very, very loud, calling out the opposition leaders, calling them to order, just dragging them, because honestly speaking, they have failed in their duties as leaders. You know, they don't understand the job of opposition. And unfortunately for them, they have a whole lot of sycophants around them that will not tell them the truth. Sycophant supporters also that will not tell them the truth. I always insist that I'm not a sycophant. Do I have a preferred candidate? Yes. But if I cannot tell him the truth, I do not like him. That is the unfortunate truth. The opposition has failed. I just looked back at my tweets. I have been making tweets since 2024, calling out the opposition. You will see the tweets. I have made back to back to back, calling out the opposition. You guys need to stand up. You guys need to stand up. You can excuse the rigging, because APC will always rig. That is something that I don't understand people saying, they rig. It is what is expected of APC. APC will rig elections. That's what APC know how to do best. They know how to rig elections. And the ultimate rigger currently occupying Aso Rock that does not know any other thing than rigging. You cannot expect free and fair elections. When I hosted my brother Peter Randis on my podcast, I think last year, this was what I was telling him when he was pushing for electoral reforms. And I was like, my brother, I agree and I appreciate what you're doing. But the truth of the matter is that I do not see APC giving us free and fair elections. They can never give us free and fair elections in Nigeria. But it is good that you do this, because one thing that you've helped us do is that you have raised the consciousness of Nigerians to the bad electoral situation that we found ourselves in. That's what you have successfully done for us. But are we expecting free and fair elections from APC? It is an...
I think you guys get the gist of it. So I just brought it back again so that we can listen. Now, ISWAP storms Nigerian army camp in Adamawa, unalives 2 soldiers, burns buildings. Now, this is from Isaac. This is Europe. This is Dublin, or I'm sorry, Ireland, right? It says here in quote, Europe is one step away from civil war. In Ireland, armed groups of Irish citizens are being formed to eliminate the accomplices of the Islamic invasion. Okay? Meanwhile, in Texas, I don't know if I saved that video. In Texas, in a particular, I don't know where exactly in Texas right now, they have 300 mosques or something like that. So Texans are rising up and saying that they have to stop these people from opening up new mosques and send them back to where they came from. So no, is it 300 mosques or 300 representatives? I think that's what it is. I think it's 300 representatives. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't save it. When I find it again, I'll bring it so we can both look at it.
Sunday, February 22nd is today, 2026. If anyone comes out to tell me that TVC News journalists will one day begin to lament about Sharia in Nigeria, I will never believe it. I will never believe it. Now, 2 weeks ago, I reported about the falling of Niger State to Sharia because the bill in the House of Assembly is a walkover, and the governor has opened his hand just to sign the bill into law, establishing Hizbah, which is the Sharia police, and so on and so forth, and Sharia courts, and so on and so forth. So the Christian Association of Nigeria were crying, and this was what I communicated to some of the executives just 2 months ago. So these journalists, I'm surprised to see that they are complaining. Wait, these people are complaining about Sharia? I thought they think that if we come out to talk about these issues, that maybe we are just bringing out something out of nothing. Maybe some people are trying to wake up. Anyway, take a listen.
All right.
Sunday, February 22nd is today, 2026.
I wish I had that.
If anyone comes out to tell me that...
Let me see if it's here. No, it's not. Okay, if I find the video, I'll bring it here. Apparently, it's talking about TVC journalists. We already know.
In FCT and other parts were elections, then you must be delusional. If you think those were elections, then you must be delusional. You see, that's just a reflection of how destroyed our democracy has become. At this rate, I have a piece of advice. It's just best we stop doing the elections. Let the ruling party just put whoever they want to put there. Because it's just a mere formality. That's why you see people didn't come out. Let the ruling party just put whoever they want to put there. Did you see the forms that they recorded? Did you see the mutilation? Some party have the nerve to come out to celebrate that we won. What did you win? At this rate, it's just best. Let's just stop it. Because these are not elections. This is a joke. This is delusion. And they're saying that democracy. This is democracy. Ballot papers mutilated. Some polling units have more registered. When they count the votes in there, they have more registered people. Less registered people, that you have more votes. Mutilation here and there. Balkanization of the coalition center. And you call this election. So where is the free will of the people? So you can now see the reason why they didn't listen to the words of the people. They didn't want transparency in the process. And that's why they were so quick to sign that something into law less than 24 hours after, or 24 hours after that thing was passed. So, people emerged. Then PDP kept one, APC kept how many? 5, and we called that one elections. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, those are not elections. You see, it will get to a day. That's the day the truth will be spoken in this country. People will remember that I said my beats. And I know that it will not last forever. Those before them did worse than this. Where did they end? We will see. We will see. It is not today. So I don't have much to say about the so-called elections that happen. And for INEC, continue.
Okay, so Fij Nigeria, they said Boko Haram, your federal government, Boko Haram, 2 billion naira ransom. Remember the over 200 people that were kidnapped? Yeah, they paid so that the terrorists will not buy them, because that was when it was really hot and Donald Trump had put out that tweet. So it turns out that the federal government went and paid. Okay, so here's what this Fisher Yoshoyobo, that's his investigative, I think, article. And it was, I think it was a foreign news agency that reported it, AFP or so. Now, this person says, wait, what? Oh, wow. If this is confirmed, it's fair to say that kidnapping is an indirect way to get the Nigerian government to fund the terrorists. And I mean fund them more than the Nigerian security agencies are funded. Now, how do you destroy this kind of monster without dismantling the machine that feeds it? The Nigerian system. The Nigerian system is a system straight out of hell. The more you try to fix it, the worse it gets. I think everyone should just get ready for the inevitable. Okay, now this is Edu local government in area in Kwara State, where people are fleeing. See how deserted that place is? This is how deserted it is. Parts of Kwara are turning into another Borno, but many Nigerians have moved on. The data boys won't tweet about it. It's always, as long as it's not in my community, it's less important. And then Sheikh Ghazali Sadiq says, if Nigerians really want Islamic terrorism to end, the presidency must not go to the north. My northern political elite will never fight terrorism to the end. They don't want to offend Islam for political ambition. Don't say I didn't warn you. Tech Bro Code says, Tinubu has pushed Nigerians to a point where we've all accepted the fact that there's no democratic or constitutional path again to change power in Nigeria, and a coup or a bloody revolution is the only option left. Blood must be shed, and everyone is just waiting for a trigger.
celebrities, and I talk and say influencers and celebrities are a major problem in our political space. They just come and say anything, sell any narrative, and gullible Nigerians will bite. When I said it, it's as if maybe I was hating on one. No, it's a problem. Now imagine us when they attend the University of Gege, coming one morning to see him say that Obi is not popular anymore. Obi was walking on the street and nobody. Just imagine that if I follow Waka in recent times, I go to feel bad. Like Omona Truto. Whereas it's a blatant lie. I don't know if he said it from a place of concern or he was paid to say it. But how do you lie so convenient? Like, what do you guys eat? What do they give on that mind to lie? So now followers. The only problem, the major problem, where we some of us when they walk out with his excellency they get, the amount of crowd when they come around them, inside flights, no peace. Please help me to snap. The outside flights, captain go come down from aeroplane to snap with him. He go Enugu, he go Kano, any state he cannot hide. Sometimes we are exhausted, we are paid. And that's the person you're coming to tell the words now, your platform that, oh, he was walking out. Even people that are watching the video will be like, I saw him last week. People almost, sometimes I'm for him, me they don't even enjoy him. But see what you came to say. It's crazy, oh, how much they pay now. But I don't know what to be the reason, but y'all need to stop. I'm trying so hard not to insult. You're not senior bravo. Y'all need to stop. Okay, imagine you now also coming out in a fair election. Peter Obi cannot win. What do you guys smoke? Help me in the comment section. In a fair election, Peter Obi will win any politician right now in Nigeria that contests against him. In a free and fair election. If Jesus can't contest for this Nigerian politics, he not introduce himself well, Obi go win him. What are you people saying? Like, and it's coming from people that have a voice. Makes me wonder. Obi is playing defense. What should they play? Someone that the whole weight of government is against. More than 5,000 influencers have been paid to mention his name negatively every day. What should you play if not defense? Abima no go back to my tongue. What should he play if it's not defense? Man, more than try rest for 40 kids in play two, 10 kids in Pastina. So
Great Nigerians. Great Nigerians. At this point, I think we need to tell ourselves the truth. I think Wike is becoming a menace in Nigeria. And it will be a slap on Atiku, Aregbesola, David Mark, Peter Obi, El-Rufai, Rotimi Amechi. It will be a slap on your faces, all of you, the opposition leaders. If you don't know the right channel, the right places, the right button to press, for Wike to be removed as a minister. If whatever these people did in 2014, can't you people try it? Can't you people try it? Why are you making Tinubu feel so comfortable? I mean, to use Wike as a tool against Nigerians. He rigged an election in Rivers. He got away with it because nobody asked them anything. I mean, now he's trying it again in FCT. Just ordinary local government election. I'm seeing some muttered results everywhere. What is the meaning of all this, for God's sake?
Of you that think you have a problem with military coup, the whole world seems to be condemning military coup, right? Let's assume you are right. But you cannot be having problem with a military coup and you are okay with the kind of election that just happened in Abuja. You are okay with the kind of election that happened in Nigeria in 2023, I mean the presidential election. And you've been okay with elections that have happened like that. I mean the kind of election that make Hope Uzodinma from 4th position to be first in Imo State. So if you are okay with situations like this in Nigeria, and you still think military coup is bad, but civilian coup like this is okay, then I think you need a thorough mental examination. No, obviously you do. Obviously you do. I'm not the one. It's not because it's me saying it. Ask anybody. It cannot be worse
than snatching the will of the people, the wish of the vast majority. That's obviously a coup that should be punishable by death. If we have a national assembly, if we have a functional national assembly, there should be a punishment for tampering with results. There is no crime that should be more than that on the scale of national crime. It should be, in fact, it should be categorized among treasonable offenses. But the people that were supposed to make that laws are criminals. I remember Fabio, after acting the drama they just recently acted, said Nigerians are happy. We did everything we could do for the benefit of Nigeria. Now every vote will count. With what we saw in Abuja. No, with what we saw in Abuja, every vote obviously now counts. Now look at what they did. They make you lose hope completely in 2027, especially for those ADC. I think ADC has a lot of homework to do. But in as much as I've lost hope completely in anything called election, but for those that may want to continue, you that call yourselves ADC, you see what they did in 2023 is what they just repeated. They deliberately dropped Peter Obi to number 3. So if you see most of the things they were telling is that you that even came third, even if they want to get to, let us mean they are knocking off Tinubu, will it get to third? They also forgot that they make Uzodinma governor from 4th in Imo. You understand? That is what they have repeated now in Abuja. They make sure that ADC did not get a seat. It was not by mistake. It was deliberate. They gave 5 to APC and gave 1 to PDP. PDP, the weakest faction of the PDP was the one they gave 1. I think that was Gwagwalada or thereabout. Everything is under the government and tutelage of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you are in support of this, but you think military coup is bad. You need your head thoroughly examined. That's my message. Thoroughly, something is wrong with you. Mentally, you are sick. You get the point now. I don't think I should be apologizing for that because I speak the obvious fact. This is not election now. No, this is a crime, unpardonable crime that should be punishable by death by hanging. In the same clan, that's what should be done. But here, we see it as fun. We applaud those that are doing it. People are hailing Wike now. I see people hailing Wike, Tinubu congratulating him as if Wike have won election in the FCT. We don't have a country. Obviously, we don't. And if we continue like this, there is nobody that will be spared. It's obvious. If it has not touched you now, just be patient. It will touch you tomorrow or next week. You get the point now. That is just it.
Okay, so I want to read the Congressman Riley, Representative Riley, has presented his official report to the White House with solutions to end Christian genocide persecution in Nigeria. Let me see if I can read through it really quickly. Let me just read some of it, okay? Okay, this one is short, so I'll just read through it really quickly. I'm gonna share I'll share the full content of the official report on my posts, during the course of this live. So anyway, it says today Congressman Riley Moore joined members of House Committees on Appropriations and Foreign Affairs at the White House to formally present the comprehensive report outlining concrete actions to end the persecution of Christians in Nigeria and counter growing extremist violence in the region. The meeting follows President Trump's redesignation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern on October 31st, 2025. President Trump requested Congressman Moore and Appropriations Committee Chairman Tom Cole to lead a comprehensive investigation on the persecution against Christian communities and security challenges plaguing Nigeria. This report is the result of months of investigation, including a bipartisan congressional fact-finding trip to Nigeria, hearings with expert witnesses, consultations with religious leaders, meetings with internally displaced persons, and engagement with senior Nigerian government officials. The official report outlines several key recommendations, including 1, establishing a bilateral U.S.-Nigeria security agreement to protect vulnerable Christian communities and dismantle jihadist networks. 2, withholding certain U.S. funds pending demonstrable action by the Nigerian government to stop violence against Christians. 3, implementing sanctions and visa restrictions against individuals and groups responsible for complicit in religious persecution. Providing technical support to the Nigerian government to eliminate violence from armed Fulani militias, demanding the repeal of Sharia and blasphemy laws, working with international partners, including now where I see France, I just tire. Why? International partners as in how? France, Hungary, and the United Kingdom. Omo, I don't know about Hungary. Hungary. Yeah, I'll be Hungary that they call them. France and UK are not friends to Nigeria. I don't know. But anyway, that's what it ends with. I will share details of the report on my life as we proceed. Temilade, welcome. Oh, sis, long time. Trust you're well. Good to see you.
Rigging. It was also
across all
Guys, please don't forget to double tap the screen device to like.
You know this APC.
Or click on the 3 dots to like, I beg, if you haven't liked.
Playing pranks. The people you saw as the PDP persons may actually be APC persons in the guise of PDP. Because I don't see any other opposition who has the money to buy votes. I don't see any other opposition member.
I mean, PDP is still a huge party, despite their disarray at the moment. We still have some PDP governors, we still have some PDP politicians that have the money to do massive rigging.
How many of them? 5 of them. What do they have to offer? I mean, 6 of them. The question is, this election, is it a litmus test for 2027? Will Nigerian beat their chest and say, yes, there was a free and fair election? Look, if an election is free and fair, everybody will see it. You don't need to argue. The opposition will not be going to court now because of what happened. What happened? They brought Pupils into the matter. We saw some results being Pupils. Did you not hear it? Or did you not see it? So what was that for? If you are counting and made a mistake, you recount. You recount it. I didn't see any role, what's it called? Pupils have to do in that. It's very crude. Very, very crude. And when they gave us this electronic transmission result and manual, I knew that something it will give. They will resort to manual. And that's where you saw that Pupils.
Now, let's talk about ADC. ADC, since after the coalition, are of course the 2 biggest things in the party that drew some hope for some Nigerians that finally APC will be taken out of power, which is obviously Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. But so far, it doesn't look like the coalition in ADC is having any headway as far as other governorship and council and chairmanship elections or election at the grassroots is concerned. How do you make a splash at the national level? How do you win the presidency if you don't have supporters in power on the grassroots?
It will be very difficult to, Solomon, to be sincere with you, it will be very difficult. This opposition, they are not playing the real opposition, seriously. What happened in that election was an eye-opener. It's like they are all running their own race.
Exactly.
No meeting points, no coordination. No coordination. And so what do you expect? The main party will now take advantage. Take advantage of the disarray in the opposition. That's just the truth. So what we saw was not an election. The facts are there.
Okay. So this guy says attacks in Zamfara, Sokoto, Kebbi, Bauchi, Plateau, Borno, Kwara, Niger, Benue, Katsina, Adamawa. Are we still pretending we are not in a state of war in Nigeria? That's what I've been asking. So that's the report. I'm going to be posting it. Let me actually save it so I can post it. Okay.
My truth's only goal is to see credible elections and the will of the people prevail to see how we address these issues.
Although INEC had come out to explain some of the reasons behind some of the issues we saw, but there are those who will think, Prof, I don't agree with you. Why? APC won 5
PDP won. Is it because you don't like APC? That's why you think that the election was not well conducted. Those on that side who will say elections were in fact fantastic, and that's why their party won outrightly.
What do you mean? What is my business with liking APC or PDP? Are they my girlfriend? As a
Oh, guy, you not married? Girlfriend, Bawo.
avoid APC. Felix Moka,
Wow.
who is the National Publicity Secretary of APC. Felix and I go back, God knows what, nearly 40 years. All right? Now, I could go on, but so the fact of this is not the point. And Felix will remember my brother irrespective of politics. All right? But this is not the issue, though. We owe ourselves duties as citizens. And I've told you here, I'm not asking for perfection. What I'm asking for is a commitment to a different way of a country with a sense of a mission towards progress. Okay? And that is the problem. So this is not about whom you like or don't like. If you don't have, as a matter of fact, the people whom we owe the greatest duty of truth and candor are our closest friends. If we cannot tell our closest friends the truth, then we are not honest friends. And we cannot claim to be friends of those people. Anybody who thinks that elections should be organized to the standard of what happened on Saturday probably either does not understand what elections mean or does not wish the country well. Now, anybody who thinks that a repeat of what happened on Saturday would be good and a proper way to organize elections in 2027, of course, is mistaken. But do I expect a government headed by the current president to organize credible elections, or an FCT supervised by Wike to organize credible elections? I don't think so. No.
Welcome, Walele. Good to see you, my brother. Welcome. So good to see you. You say Atiku Ako are working. Yep, that has been made obvious. That has been made obvious. Okay, that's what I said. Everybody, a lot of people are sharing the same sentiments. I'm gonna play a video from Aisha. Although she hasn't spoken on it, I don't know what she's still there, but I mean, and then PO needs a team to work only on all strategies to counter APC at the polling units. At least 2 agents per polling unit all over the country. Saying that money that one go cost. Who is going to mobilize that for him? He can't do everything by himself. He cannot. Peter Obi cannot. Now only one, now human being. He's one person. He can't do everything by himself. Everybody needs to get involved. To be honest, the man cannot do it alone. Cannot do it alone, no. Now this mobilization and money now. I was on a space before I start this video. I was on a space. One of the Peter Obi supporters that happened to be one of the polling unit agents. Was it agents? Yeah, polling unit agents, right, in Abuja. The guy was on a space. He was seriously lamenting. They had basically nothing to work, right? They said he showed up, he and the people that were going to be doing the same things. They showed up early. It seemed like there was no plan for them. It seemed like they were not ready for them, and these people did not eat. There was no food. There was no transportation. We said when he got there, he was like, let's get an Uber and start heading to the polling units now, because that's very important. This was very early. They didn't have any transportation, no plans for transportation, no plan for food, nothing. Come on. Come on. Hello, everyone. You know that thing where they say excuses are like shoes, right? And you always find the one that fits. I think I'm going to talk about it in the case of Mr. Peter Obi. You see a lot is going on, right? A lot of people who say all sorts of things. All of a sudden, the conversation that is being had is the fact that, Mr. Peter Obi should not have joined ADC. Mr. Peter Obi should have stayed in Labour Party. Mr. Peter Obi should not do this. He was doing the coalition. The coalition is this. The coalition is that. But guess what?
It was the same people that were saying that if Mr. Peter Obi, if anybody, if Tinubu has to be defeated, the opposition must come together. If Tinubu has to be defeated, opposition must come together. Mr. Peter Obi cannot say he's a lone player. He's not a team player. He has to be a team player. Now, it is that, oh, he should have stayed in this thing. At one time, they were like, oh, they know Peter Obi will never join the coalition. He's not a team player. He doesn't do. You know what? Excuses are like shoes. Like I said earlier, you always find the one that fits. And that's what a lot of people do. Most people do this. And you even see someone, for some, most people do this because they don't want to put in the effort. There are some that have put in the effort before and they know how hard it is. And so they will do everything to denigrate, everything to disparage, everything to talk down, everything to do whatever because they don't want to go through the process again. They know it's difficult and it's okay. Just do you. But if you know what you're doing, you know that it's Nigeria that is of focus, don't be bothered or moved by all of those things. There's nothing. Peter Obi will not do that, will not have any this thing. I've seen a lot, and it's not just even because it's about Mr. Peter Obi, it's also about people who don't want to do anything. That's why they will tell you that Nigeria can never work. Because if they say Nigeria will work, you ask them how. Then they will now have to show it. So it's always easy for them to say, oh, it won't work, it will fail, nothing can happen. So that's the give up. How can it be done? It's never something that they ask, which is okay. I don't have a problem with that. But the thing is that don't tell me what it is that I should do or I should not do. For those who also come out to tell us that revolution is not the only way, all these things are people, why are you not doing the revolution? What has stopped you from doing revolution? The same revolution is what terrorists are doing. That's their own form of revolution. Why don't you do your own form of revolution? Let's get that revolution. You believe revolution is the only way. I don't believe revolution is the only way. I believe there are different ways to be able to make Nigeria work. And I will choose the one that I think I fits better and I will work towards. The thing is that I will put in the work. You see people who sit on their chest, even when they are doing protests, they will not come down to come and protest. Some of them have gone abroad. You left Nigeria because Nigeria wasn't working for you. You've gone abroad. You sit down there every day. You denigrate people. You talk down on people. You tell them that, oh, it is only revolution that will work in Nigeria. Or you tell them that, oh, there's no political party that has ideology that anybody should join. Anybody joining any political party, they are not to be trusted. They are not to do. Yes, don't trust me. Don't trust us. Don't trust anybody. But have you come to form the party? You've not done anything to form a party. You've not started a party. You've not done anything. You are abroad. You are sitting where you are. But you are the one who every day you have a say over people who are in the trenches and putting their lives on the line. You do nothing. You are not in the line of play. You're not in the line of anything. You're not putting your life on the line. You're not putting your family's life on the line. You're not putting your resources on the line. You're not putting your livelihood on the line. You're not doing anything on the line, but you're the one that said the most and disparage everybody. You sit on your sanctimonious throne and tell everybody that every other person is bad because they do. I choose to be in a political party. I don't care who they are or whatever. A coalition was done, came together, adopted a party. I am in there. For all those ones that we are not friends, we'll never be friends. We're in the same party does not mean that we like each other. I am there because I want Nigeria to work, and I'm going to stand there for Nigeria to work. And anybody that stands on my way, I'll bulldoze you for Nigeria to work. And I'm going to put in my all. I'm not seeing who you are. I'm seeing what I am. If you will be the one to lead the party for me. Anybody that will sit down and be disparaging, let's sit down and be disparaging. When you're done, come and put in the solution that will work. Nobody owes you any work towards Nigeria. Do it. And if you don't do it, please shut up. It's as simple as ABCD. And if you don't want to shut up, do you. Talk you. It doesn't concern you who has or who hasn't. That's none of your business. Your business is to do whatever it is you're doing. But let other people do whatever it is that they are doing. That's how life is good, though. Nothing else. But you see that in fear. People will not do something. They will always sit down and tell you how it will not work. We've heard how it will not work. Can you give us how it will work? Yeah, I'm like Thomas Edison, 10,000 times of trying it not working. It's 10,000 ways of me not knowing that that's not the way for it to work, that there's that one, that those other ways that I would go and look for them to make it work. And that's what it is. And every day we will stand, we will go out. Those of you that know everything, that sit and say, oh, but we told you so, it's good. You told me so, I have experienced it so. And I'm better than you are because you haven't experienced it. You are sitting down and told me so. And they're experiencing it, good or bad. If I lose, what's the big deal? Losing is part of life. I grow every day, I've lost more than I have won. But at the end of the day, it is those losses that make me get the win. I don't give up like some of you have. You give up, you do nothing, you complain, you see what is wrong. I will put my head in, I will do it, I will learn from it, I will learn from other people's experience, and I will keep going. Tenacity, I get her for body like number one. And I've said it on December 12th, 2030, I said to God, if he gives me another 40 years, I'm going to devote it to Nigeria. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Exactly what I'm going to focus on. I don't have any issue with anybody. I don't have any issue with that, but we keep going. But for those who like making excuses and whatever, keep doing it. Mr. Peter Obi will be doing what he's doing. Your own, do your own, whatever it is that you have something to do. So all of those excuses about things, no, it's okay. Be you. The one thing that I know is that Nigeria has capacity to deal with everyone. That's why my empathy, I don't waste it any longer. Everybody will feel it in the body. You talk, oh, you no talk, oh, you keep quiet, oh, you no keep quiet, oh, you are in Nigeria, you're out of Nigeria. Nigeria has capacity to deal with everyone. Now holiday you go come, Nigeria go there the way for you. The way here say don't wait for you. So all of us, we are all victims waiting to happen. When I say this, sometimes people think that, oh, it's just for joke or no. Yesterday's victims were once survivors. Today's victims were yesterday's survivors. And tomorrow's victims will be today's survivors. The question is, who is next? The victim card is going round. And being a victim in Nigeria is no longer a matter of if you will be a victim. It's a matter of when you will be a victim. It is not by Nigeria Limited. So all of that sitting down and denigrating people's effort and talking down on people and feeling important because you stayed away. You did not associate with those politicians. Umbo, God bless you for staying away. You see people like us, we are staying away. We are in there and we fight everybody eyeball to eyeball.
Booking flights online is quick, but it can be...
Well said. Well said. That's the spirit that every Nigerian should have, to be quite honest, because nobody is coming to fight for us. That's just the truth. That's the honest truth. Nobody. You cannot say, oh, this one is happening, no. Anyway, Mona, listen.
Tinubu, from my heart and my soul, I want to tell you, say, thunder will fire you. Ogu go kill your papa, kill you, kill your soul, kill your spirit, join now. The level of poverty where there for this country, that make you see, say, that video where that boy do. Yeah, now all of them don't watch that video where they say that boy go do it, that boy where they do babambola. Where they go gift and this a Tyler cutting machine. That is to show the level of poverty we don't there for country. Because tell me how 19 years old pikin go they work hard, they do daily job. At the best country they okay. No mama go allow pikin make it they suffer like that. But because of the wickedness of our Tinubu, the president of this country, now make that boy come they do babambola work. Never foreigners we be. We never be Oyibo where we go say we they pursue our children come up for house at the age of 18. We need a do one for Africa. Africa don't know waiting be pursue picking to house. But the wickedness of Tinubu where thunder supposed kill. Don't make children at that age don't know say we're supposed to hustle for their daily bread. If not at that age, waiting picking they find for babambola work, does being work. At that age, waiting picking they find where we say mate day for school. Tinubu don't make the life scarce so at the age of 12, you don't they work to feed yourself. Thunder go kill you, kill every member of your family. Anybody where they support you will be Tinubu. Thunder supposed cripple the person. you see that fall where you always dey fall, they disgrace Nigeria up and down. So the next fall where you go for, inshallah, you go enter 6 feet. Idiot. Nonsense.
And recorded in history that what we witnessed in this election was merely a contest for office. It was a declaration of dignity by a people who refused to surrender their future. I have reviewed outcome as announced. While I firmly believe, based on our extensive engagement and the overwhelming spirit of our movement, that we earned the sacred mandate of the people, I strongly condemn the declared results as they do not reflect the true will of the residents of Abuja. Even among those who voted, many have expressed deep disagreement with the announced outcome due to widespread irregularities. This includes the restrictions of movement by the imposition of curfew, alteration and mutilation of polling unit results, which tragically contributed to the death of Musa Abubakar at the Gwagwa polling unit while trying to resist their actions. The intimidation and attacks on the ADC party members by security agencies, massive vote buying across several wards, and voter suppression caused by the late arrival of election materials in key polling units, including Kabusa, among many others. These actions undermine the integrity of the electoral process and the confidence of the people in our democracy. Our movement was never built on the fragile foundation of titles. It was built on the enduring foundation of truth, and truth does not expire with an election. To the young men and women who stood in the sun for hours, who walked distances they never knew, and who gave their time, strength, and voices, you are the author of a new chapter. To those who came from far and near, who sacrificed their resources and endured intimidation and doubt, your sacrifices have forever altered the moral landscape of Amak. To those who gave their life, blood, sweat, and unwavering courage, you have shown that the Nigerian spirit is alive and refuses to kneel. You did not only stand for me, you stood for yourselves, for your children, for justice, for democracy, and for the powerful belief that leadership must be earned, not imposed. For this, I will remain eternally grateful.
Mr. Obibweze, welcome. Oh. You say, why are we crying over what we know will happen before it did? We're not crying. I'm just sharing the videos to hear his take. We already know it was going to be rigged. Temilade, you say, look at USA government that we thought would come into Nigeria to fight terrorists. You know, say they're not going to just come like that. You know how many things this man they fight at the same time? Do you guys know what's happening in Mexico? Do you guys know what's happening in Iran? They have their hands in a lot of places. Yeah. So, and then you know, say that they test how they fight, they resist China too. So I feel, I don't know. And then with this report, when they just submit now, we don't know. And when Representative Riley just submit, now when he don't submit and now, so we go here waiting the guy go talk. So you know, I don't say no go just happen like that overnight. And besides, what are Nigerians doing? If Nigerians come out, if they came out to show that they truly, it will keep their eye on them. But no, nobody's doing that. So that's the problem. That's another problem. Nigerians are not coming out. I mean, even the ones that came out for National Assembly and all of that, that whole Abuja place, suppose they shut down with people. Suppose they shut down with people. some people sit down for house like say that they do, concern me, but it go come concern you for house. I mean, people they kpai themselves for Nigeria because of the level of suffering and struggle. People are unaliving themselves. Oh well, Dr. Mo, they say make they try now.
Wait to spend only, I like you only. You people are thieves. Wait to.
Yes, I hope at least one of you who follows me has picked. Not that I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. I hope at least one of you who follows me has picked up a party card. Because when elections come, the nominees are going to be decided by party members. Those people who are holding party cards now, who do not believe the same thing you do, or not as educated as you are, or have different motivations, i.e. cash, because we do run a transactional, commodified system in Nigeria, who do not have those same ideologies as you, they're going to choose who you can then choose from. And so I'm just reminding people, I don't know, so my mind today to remind people, pick up a party card, any party, I don't care which one, pick up a party card. Otherwise, you complain about who's in the general election and you opted out of the whole process. Not that I've said this before,
That's a good point too, to be honest. It's a good, I mean, hey, you can fighting all ends, at all ends, all over.
2027, we definitely.
So this is where Riley Moore was going to the White House to go and drop the report. He had already dropped. They just presented our report on the persecution of Christians in Nigeria to the White House. Some people were tweeting at him and saying, "Please, I beg, take several seats. Tell Trump to insist on free and fair election. That's all we need." There's 5 people again for Plateau today. Wow.
Genocide. Pour a woman court, world court, the media man, the business be any very evidence. To eat evidence, doctor are satisfied.
Say you go do reports. That was going to happen regardless of whether troops there or not.
In Palestine.
Welcome, Kenny.
That is satisfying report doctors. You about a world court. How about them?
I know they hear their language, but to not get the gist. Wetin bad they do for Enugu? They kpai people for Enugu. What is going on, these people?
In the heart. In the heart. The boy died, the young man that instantly with 5 children. The children are very tender. Where are we going to start? The death is too much. We are going for government to come to intervention. Fulani are killing us. They don't want us to stay again.
Abemuna help us interpret to.
Local government for peaceful.
Kedu was happening the last one?
Yesterday, evening
yesterday the 20th of June. 20th of February. 2026.
Ndị na-aga ugbo anyị na-akọrọ ise aka akọchi Chineke gosiri anyị weta ezigbo ala mana ndị anyị ekwesị ka anyị kọọ ugbo anyị kọchara erie ya were egbe na-agbapụta anyị na-asọgbu ụgbọgbu ụmụ nwoke biko na Chineke bịara ụbọta ọsọ n'ọnọdụ a kpọta ndị ga-enyepụ anyị kpọpụta anyị ihe anyị nwere ebe a ka anyị si eri nri anyị ga-agawa ntị.
Now, wow. Una know say una airport don catch fire. Una know say Muritala Mohammed airport is on fire. Una know say e don catch fire. See the fire equipment. E no even reach where the fire dey. See where fire dey for here. See the smoke. See where una water una wetin dem dey call am fire department. See there. See where the water reach. They just dey pour am for empty. Oh God, abeg o. Hey! Queen B say, imagine the kind of firefighting equipment available in Lagos International Airport. I hope no life will be lost. A mega city indeed. Yeah. It's a whole international airport. Look at how dingy the place even looks. Just look at how dingy it is. Okay, thank you very much, Kenny. Thank you for interpreting.
Syria like this, Syria water there. Men are use helicopter now. Men are use helicopter. Because helicopter not come now. They come through the thing. This guy.
A whole international airport. Look at it. Whether the thing go burn reach ground now, we don't know. See where water dey. See where smoke go dey. I beg. Oh. The fighting doesn't have capacity. Temilade, you say majority of Nigerians are on survival mode, except the elites and their friends always doing parties and weddings. Maybe there's need for more. Do you know how much sensitization is going on? There's a lot. You know, say we many. That make me say everybody need to get involved. May everybody go dey tell their village people what's up. Do you understand? Everybody for this life now, you suppose get link for your village to educate your people, because this work not be for one person. Do you understand? So everybody, all hands on deck on this one. So you need to connect with people on the grassroots where you come from and start to talk to them. But there's a lot of that happening. And let me just say this, there'll be people who will still sell out. With all the sensitization that's going on, the grassroots movement that's happening, there's still people who ended up going to politicians' house to go and donate their PVC and collect 3K and 5K. Let's not forget that. You know? So yeah, everybody has work to do.
Okay.
I don't trust them.
Right.
It's a free and fair election.
Okay.
I don't trust them at all because the INEC chairman is still going to be answerable to the president.
Okay.
I've always been voting. This is my voter's card though. So it's not about, though you can't ask me a question if I have a card to vote. See, I come from Rivers State and I've seen a lot. Violence on election day. Port Harcourt is the center. In fact, my community at Bonima, election does not take place. They shoot from morning till night. They do not allow people to vote. So when we are saying, allow us vote and count our vote. If you don't count our vote, we'll count you. Don't be offended. We have seen cases where the president said, steal it, grab it and run away with it. What happened? And so no one wants disenfranchise voters from voting in Lagos. What happened? Why are you angry? Every time Peter makes a statement, people want to interpret and misinterpret in a way you just picture him as a terrible person. Please, we want to vote.
All right. Nigerians will not cease to amaze me. I will usually have posted the first video, but I needed to show you the second video as evidence to show you or to prove it that Nigerians actually love this country and are ready to cast their vote on their preferred candidates. That second video is a proof that there are Nigerians who do not belong to any party, but then they understand that they want to vote, and they want to have their voices heard in the ballot system of Nigeria that chooses leadership, and that's why that second video is there. The only problem I have is that Peter Obi no win now. That's the only problem, because if Peter Obi win now, there are over 15 million Nigerians who are ready to say the ultimate prize to protecting Nigeria's democracy, to protecting Nigeria's territorial integrity, to protecting Nigeria's ballot system. They will pay it. There are over 50 million Nigerians. Me, I am one of those Nigerians that believe that somehow, someday, somebody may have to. Blood must be shared or may be shared. Lives will be incarcerated. People may be missing just so that Nigeria's democracy, this country, this nation will be protected. I believe such. Because the way it's going now, it's obvious that without blood, the current ruling class would not remove their hands from the neck of the country. They will not stop caging the soul of this country. Without, that's how it seems. And guess what? Nobody is scared again anymore. I don't care. Before now, we used to be careful about how we say it because the DSS has turned to a useless organization. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody. I don't bloody care. If Peter Obi means it, again, I'll come back to this conversation. In 2012, prior to the 2015 elections, former President Muhammadu Buhari said that in 2015 elections, so Jonathan tried to rig it, that dogs and baboon will be sucked in blood. He meant it. He meant it. A militia was set aside. They raised an army of non-state actors, as we were told, in various bushes and forests, in various locations around the north, waiting to unleash terror on this country should they have been rigged out of that election. But true to his words, Goodluck Jonathan went on to have one of the freest and the fairest elections ever. It was even them in the north that had a two-factor authentication, and they were allowing children to vote, and animals were voting in the north just so that they can ensure that the coffin that they are set, they cement it or they nail it, and Jonathan left office willfully without pressure. Today, you want to leave power, you are following them to do, you are negotiating power with them. No, sir. If Peter Obi means it, we will know. What does Peter Obi need to do? Two things. Create organization and structure in the political party. Ensure that you do your best. Let the report come, because a lot of the times we keep having rumors. Let the report come that in Zamfara State, in Ward 19, Polling Unit 6, this is what happened. After all of those reports, let your situation room after the election, let it be reported that we truly had polling unit agents in all of these polling units. They were disenfranchised. They were not allowed to enter collation center. This happened in Kogi. This happened in Sokoto. That's all. Then the youth arm that has stood to say they are going to defend this country, they will go ahead and defend the country. Leave the rest for us. Leave the rest for Nigerians. Would they talk? Leave the rest for Nigerians. Nigerians will defend the cause of this country. Nigerians, we do not need to bring militias from Libya, from Sahel. Nigerian youth will defend the cause of this country. When they talk, you think, see, it is that, again, if the opposition is serious, all they need to do is to galvanize youth support. They need to do a show of force again around this country. Let there be youth conferences in all of the states of this country. Let at least 10,000 youth gather, and let's remind them that the country belongs to them. Let's prepare them for 2027 election. Let anybody rig, then we count the person. Let anybody attempt to rig. The problem is that before I go and sacrifice my life, let me be assured that there has been framework that this life that I'm sacrificing will bring to a redemption of this country. I will do it. Now we say I can't come off now. I'll continue to go the flares. Now they cruise. They argue between brand name and CAC for social media. No, I won't do that. If I am rest assured that this will be the end of it all. That indeed dogs and baboon blood will be soaked in blood on the street of Nigeria. I will go ahead and do it. This is now this one at the top. I never read it. 2027. Indeed, if the Nigerian people, not the Peter Obi now, agree that whoever decides to rig, whoever refuses to count our vote will be counted, it will happen, and nothing will happen. Even the DSS and police will be happy because they are also tired. We are getting feelers, so they are telling us if we are ready, We are aware. Not the military will want to come out President Tinubu. You just say there's a police on the look for how to. Even doctors are tired. If they feel join the coup, they will join the coup. Agbaya. I never know be on a day.
Anyway, my people, now here the matter reach.
We are citizens. And if things are done right, nobody will come out to complain. You witnessed the minister threatening people, saying that whoever will not support Tinubu will not be allowed to win. That's in a sane climb, he will resign after that statement. That's a reckless statement. That's a threat. That's a serious threat. What does Wike mean by whoever does not support Tinubu will not be allowed to win? Number one, Wike is not a voter in the FCT. All right? So his statement can either mean one or two things. Either that he has INEC in his pocket, or either that he was ready to do whatever it takes, including compromising the process to declare his own winner. A public official has no right to issue such a threat few hours to an election. And you saw, just the last campaign he had, he told the voters, go and vote and leave the rest to me. So I wonder why the media is saying APC had a clean sweep. What is the definition of a clean sweep? This is us modeling the whole process, modeling the whole experience of people who actually went out to vote. And it is wrong. You cannot say APC had a clean sweep when it was Wike as a minister, not an INEC official, not a voter, moving from one polling unit to the other.
The media is one of the biggest problems in Nigeria. I said it earlier on today. If the media does its job correctly, a lot of people in the villages, in the small communities, they will be woken up. But because the media refuses to do its job, is also part and parcel of this demonic government that we have. Imagine saying that there was a clean sweep when there are videos of Wike threatening, making life threats and telling people that just vote and leave the rest for me. Are the journalists in Nigeria blind? Is it a must to be a journalist? If you know you cannot stand by the truth, I don't understand though. You know, this mindset, I don't know, where you must have your job by all means necessary. I understand say hunger dey, but some kind things dey when be say your conscience alone not supposed to allow you involve yourself. This is indirectly you as a journalist, you have blood on your hands when you do not report accurately. Look at what has been going on in the Middle Belt for years. Nigerian journalists, pim, they know they talk put. They say if they talk, they go shut down. How about everybody coming together and saying, if they want to shut us down, let them shut us down. How about that? Omo. Anyway. Yeah, Kola, you know, you could be right. Without even planning, without even thinking about it, because people are angry. When you feel the pulse, the comments that I've been seeing on Twitter, it's different now. It's not like before. It's different. People, I'm seeing a lot more revolution more than ever. I'm seeing it a lot now. Indirectly, without even knowing, he might just be the one to just bring about this revolution because people will be tired of the injustice and just hit the streets. Look at the video we just saw now with that guy talking. You know the kind of influence that guy go get for ground. You don't know. There are a lot of people who are angry, even from the diaspora. They're just waiting for Nigerians to at least first, because Shomore left America to go and be protesting. Nigerians no see wetin dem fit do. People are waiting in the wings. Like, let Nigerians just even show enthusiasm. Let them show that they are serious about taking their country back. You go see people go come from you go bow. You see people, they come from every corner. They join, say, like this one, we're taking it home. But when nothing is happening, everybody just fold. With this catastrophe when it just happened now, everybody just fold hands. Every day they kpai. I don't talk and say now when this thing go reach Lagos, now they go know. You go they do oble for club for Lagos. They go just surround that club. Everything go. Now that time, now Nigerians go know say that's when everything makes sense to everybody. Now because it's happening in towns, in cities, oh. We're not even talking about village now. They have cleaned out the villages. They are now in towns. They are not doing anything. Nobody is saying anything. Lagos has been completely surrounded. Oh my God. Completely. The day they will start, it go be like magic. Shebi they're already in Abuja. I beg, everyone is ready for change, but there needs to be a leader that convinces them that there's a better future and they'll be ready to fight. Once Peter Obi announced, he don't already talk in so many words. And you have to also understand where Peter Obi is coming from. I'm not speaking for the man, no, but just from observation, from observing what's going on and how high-handed they deal with him. Peter Obi is on the lips of every demonic entity in Nigeria. People don't understand. I said it 2 days ago or so. Witches and wizards came to support that they want Tinubu to continue 2027. Abi una no hear that one. Everybody, anything wey wan happen, fly pass for APC quarters. Na Peter Obi they go drag. Peter Obi is not the only one in ADC, but it is only Peter Obi they are dragging. This election that they rigged now, guess who they are blaming for it? Peter Obi. Come on. This man did not sleep. Barely was on the ground with Dr. Mo from the first day to the last day to midnight. Where were the other members of ADC? They were chilling in AC. They came out 1 day, 2 days, that's it. When we say na only one man they carry the weight of everything, na in government they fear pass. I never see that kind of thing before. One man government they fear am. They not even they fear Boko Haram reach as they fear Peter Obi. Do you understand that? Oh, I don't know. We go dey continue to dey observe, they do our own parts. Now that one me know. Say we'll just keep quiet, we no go talk. Like that one go jaw, it no go happen. We will continue to talk. You know. Yeah, there's no going. He himself knows that he's not going back. There's no going backwards for him. He knows. Everyone is looking up to him. Yeah, he doesn't have a choice. It's not even up to him. He can't even come out and say, I don't do again. They know. Everybody go abuse the hell out of him. He not fit even try him. He can't. Because he knows he's the only one that we have. He's the only credible one that we have as at now. As at this instant. It's only Peter Obi. He's the one carrying the weight. So you can imagine the weight that is on that man's shoulders. Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not going to have. You forget, Peter Obi na Jebota. The man not be Paco like some of us came up. The man was born into wealth. Let's not forget that. This man was born into wealth. Though Papa na a supermarket owner. They born him into supermarket ownership. Okay? The man don dey sell market since. Person wey get BMW when he dey university. How many of una get BMW when una dey school? Person wey build the whole house when he dey school. How many of una build una own houses when una dey school for Nigeria? Abeg, raise your hand if you did that. The guy level not be normal, average, kind of level. So there's certain things he's not going to be used to. He did not grow up on the streets. He did business. Yeah, he may have his business savvy. He may know how to, but that streets, rau, shout, stand, get that kind. What's it called? He can't give that kind of energy because he doesn't carry that type of energy. He can only say it as best as he can say it. If anybody does not count our votes, they will be counted, right? That's the only way you can say it. And even that one, when he talk, look at how they are hopping on it. They are running with the fact that this man said, if they don't count our votes, they too will be counted. I just feel Nigerians are slowly waking up. That's the only thing I see, because I see on TikTok now, even young people, which wasn't happening before. Prior to the 2023 election, you hardly see young people. Now you see a lot of young people getting involved. They're talking and doing, having roundtable conversations about the politics. I was like, wow, Nigerians are slowly getting there. But we need that critical mass. We need to get there. That's why we can't stop talking. As sometimes exhausting as it can be, we have to keep talking. We have now, from clap they say they enter dance. We have to keep talking until that moment where everybody will realize. And the funny thing is that once something happens that will trigger the people, that will get the people really excited, you go even. But all of us, when we did this diaspora, all of us, we go see. You see people saying you just see people just go. They'll say, you just find out, say they don't go Nigeria, they don't go play their own part. I'm telling you, during the last election, do you know how many people went back home to vote? You know how many people bought tickets to go and vote in Nigeria and went? Everyone is primed for change, and he just needs to continue to be himself, but exactly. And that's what he's doing. He's doing the best he can. And that's why sometimes, although I also speak on it and say, I need Peter Obi's posturing to be firmer, which he has been doing. He's kind of coming up on that. But at the same time, I kind of feel sorry for him too, because the load he's carrying is heavy. I don't know if I would be able to. If to see me, I go, don't say I beg. I don't know. So I'm not the one carrying that weight. So I don't know what I would have done if I was in his shoes. So I guess I can't really speak to that. But because it's like a mantle that's sitting on his head that he has to accomplish. That's why, if you notice, Peter Obi is restless. He's restless, like he's restless because he needs to do it. He needs to do something. He needs to lay the right foundation. That's why he's the way he's everywhere, and he cannot give up. He can't. He himself knows that he can't give up on it, And to be quite honest, in a way, I kind of like the way he's playing it, because the Tinubu's government is a demonic entity. You cannot play it the way they are playing it. If Peter slips up by mistake, he will lose. So Peter Obi is applying wisdom. He's operating a level of wisdom that we can't understand because we're not wearing his shoes. At the same time, he has to be able to posture himself in such a way to make the government keep being on their toes. Peter Obi is the only one that Tinubu's government is afraid of. This is why they're in almost every party, making sure that they sabotage any chance of him being given the ticket. Do you know that? APC plans are in almost every party, if not all, in Nigeria, to make sure they sabotage his chances of getting the ticket in any political party. ADC was like a shock. APC did not expect it, right? Look at what was going on in LP prior to when he joined ADC. Look at the problems after problems. Abure INEC still left his name on the roster until he left. That's when they now removed Abure. Even then, his name was still showing on the website. Nenadi Usman had to go and say his name is there. They should make sure before they now removed it. Come on, these things are intentional. And we don't even know, we don't live with him to know the kind of pressure this man is under. Sometimes I dey sorry for him, even though I dey wish say he go just do weary sometimes, but I dey sorry for the load plenty. The problem of Nigeria not be 1 year problem. Oh. The problem of Nigeria na decade-long problem. No understand. Decade. So sometimes and again, people will say, do like this, Peter Obi, do like this. Oh, Peter Obi, why don't you do like this? Oh, Peter Obi, why don't you position yourself like, why don't you bend your head like this? Why don't you put your hair straight? Ah, okay. After you have told him that, people will now come out again. But when we say bend it with his head, did we say bend it straight or put it like this? It's not easy, man. The way they attack this man, it's not easy. Sometimes I go sit down and go, they sorry for the man. Ha! Only him. Okay, look at what happened in ADC. You will expect an article and make sure all of them when they say they get article when they say we're supposed to they stone them. Is it you get the opportunity to teach Abuja people how to stone people when they will come rig election? Why did he not teach them? You see the problem? Where were these people? Atiku has been in APC before. At least he cannot say he does not know Tinubu and he does not know where to hold them, where it will pain them. Did you see Atiku? This is the problem. Not only Peter Obi na him carry that load the entire time. They can't live there. They can't tell him, oh, obedient people. Is that make it make sense? Make it make sense. Then if during the election they now weapon, they now start putting in bigotry. That's why they now remember say, oh, Dr. Mo, after all, Dr. Mo is not from Gbagi. It's not from Abuja. Can you imagine that? Abeg o, na dangerous trend. And na only Peter Obi na dey gone for. If there are people who Reno Mokwi camps under Peter Obi street. If Peter Obi drop eye, Reno Mokwi go carry am. Phew! He go start to the right. He go dey draw arrow, paint red, circle and red, pink, yellow. You come explain wetin that eye stand for. I've never seen. Ononuga nko. That one will just come now, bigotry master be that one. That one are bigot impersonated. You go carry the right. When Peter Obi said this, when if Peter Obi the thing they give their headache. Now that Peter Obi has been consistent in giving them back to back, they don't know what to do with themselves anymore. They cannot respond to everything anymore because Peter Obi has been consistently calling out the government by tweeting it, by saying it when he has the opportunity. They pain them. One man, your government, they fear one man. They look for every possible means for him not to join, not to have a ticket in any of the parties. That's why people say, are you sure these people are not working for Tinubu? I'm not surprised. I will not be shocked if tomorrow now they say, oh, they gave this man so money so that he will just act as though he's going to be ticket holder, just to block the chances of Peter Obi. I will not be surprised. Because these people are thieves themselves. They're thieves. For your son to go and join the demonic party. Your papa then one party, you carry load, go join demonic party. That tells you all you need to know. So, I beg, we must not give up. Oh. We have to we gotta continue to do what we gotta do, you know? Yeah, that's all he needs to keep doing, you know? That's all. We have to send him positive energy and encouragement. That man, they try. I'm not gonna lie. That man, they try. It's obvious. Everybody can see the what he's putting in. He's putting money in. He's putting his sweat, his hard-earned money. He's putting it in. You know how much that man has donated to nurses, to schools, IDP camps, encouraging, providing. He's done more. Do you know he's donated into healthcare more than your federal government? He has donated to healthcare more than your federal government. That is crazy. Guys, una no dey like the show. I dey see the votes. The votes dey increase, but una no dey like the show. I know wetin I do now. Those of una never like. Exactly, Temilade. We can't give up. We only have one ancestral home. Abi, do you come from more than? Do you have another ancestral home somewhere else? All over now, Nigerians they are driving Nigerians everywhere. Ghana, they chase Nigerians. South Africa, they buy Nigerians join them. Not be one of the Uber drivers. Abi, where when an Uber driver they say it be when they buy for South Africa. If to say that boy they Nigeria now, you think say for still they alive. If the country was working, he wants to improve his life. Now he come up for Nigeria. Did he know that on the other side, death go dey wait for him? Everywhere they are chasing Nigerians. Canada, the same thing. UK, the same thing. Everywhere. Even America, for here, they look for people when they go remove their citizenship, send back to Nigeria. None of us are safe. None of us. Anything can happen to anybody right now. Because when your country is in a mess like that, every other country go dey treat you like shit. See Ghana for here. Ghana no one use that see us. You see the way they say they talk about us, they disrespect, they insult us, insult Nigerians. We no witness Namibia dragging how many days ago for here. Although I supply content to Namibians, so may they drag us. We need them. We deserve them. I tell them, I say, please, you should continue the drag. If you need more materials, let me know. I shall supply. Look as they take drag us, Abegistan. They drag us, they can't change our name from Nigeria to Abegistan. Come on. We can't give up, it's the only country we have. We cannot run away from it. No matter what you are, what you do, where you are, Nigeria would always smell. It will always smell follow you. It has its own scent. It will find you out anywhere in the world you are. If you like, get all the money when you did the world. The only thing they'll say, where are you from? Nigeria? That's you. It must smell follow you. No get if you do. Can't we must not we must not. PO's fate is what is meant is what it is meant to be. Exactly, Kola. You nailed it. Exactly. No need to feel sorry for him. When I say I feel sorry for him, I'm human, right? So when I think about the weight on his shoulders, I won't. Maybe feel sorry for him is not the word I should use. Maybe empathy. I feel empathy for him. I feel his weight, sort of, in a way. I kind of feel the weight of the burden he's carrying. Because here I am every day, right? In the morning, in the evening, I'm here. Not that I don't have things to do. Like right now, when I'm done with this life, there are things I have to do on my own, right? The same thing in the morning, I'm working. I have a regular job. I have a day job. But I still have to find the time to do this. Sometimes I come out here and sometimes people think it's not easy. I'm tired sometimes when I come out. So I share the burden of the weight of what he's carrying. Somehow I kind of share that burden because I feel that burden myself. The weight of the problem in Nigeria is so much. I feel it too. And I'm sure a lot of us here, the same thing. Otherwise, you won't be here. You're not going to be commenting. You're not going to be here talking and sharing your concerns about Nigeria. If one way or the other, you're not feeling the impact and the weight of the issues that is currently going on in Nigeria. Faith has brought him to this point in his life. Absolutely. He has to go all out to complete his destiny. Exactly. He has to go all out. There's no escape for him. That's the thing. There's no escape. But what I do know is that comparing the last election to this time, right? The fear that I sensed in PO prior to 2022, 2023 is disappeared. It's no longer there. There was this fear. I sensed that fear from him. 2022, 2023. There was a fear that he had. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I don't see that fear anymore. It seemed like he has dealt with it and he's now come out a lot more, stronger, for lack of better words. So, yeah. PO's task is actually easier this time, than in 2023 because everyone now knows how life under APC is and will get worse. Exactly. People just need to keep being reminded that their lives will be better. Exactly. Because the truth is, God forbid, hey, if this guy by mistake clenches it again and nobody does anything, guess what? Slavery 100.0. Not only that, tax, you will use tax to break people. Not only that, France, you will now be learning French in school because France is there. They are longer throats. They are waiting by the door. Okay? England is struggling to survive. your money will be going to England. Please, King Charles don't invite am. Dem dey wait to come negotiate with am. Oh my God, this man no care. You see the terrorism, it will increase. There's no doubt. It will even be worse. Maybe they will even turn out to Islamic country by then. We no go get choice. It will get worse. It will get worse if nothing is done about this man. You know? Yeah, I do actually, Kola. I actually do. You know that. Yeah, I actually do. That's why when people come up and type and say, rest, Omoye, go and take a chill pill and whatever else that they say. I don't want to use the exact words because, but yeah, when they say that, I laugh because I really, when I finish what I'm doing, I don't even think about it anymore because I have fulfilled. It feels like fulfillment. I've fulfilled my role. I've played my part, however small, right? It is. I've played my part and I'm satisfied with that. So when I sleep like a baby, man. I know they think I don't worry about anything until I wake up the next day. That's how it is. It does not. It doesn't affect me to the point where I, lose sleep. I sleep well, soundly, and I feel satisfied. That you thank you for using that word. I feel very, very satisfied. Yes, it is very satisfying. I'm not even gonna lie. And some people have come and have asked that, oh, why don't you do other stories like what's trending? They send me videos and stuff like that. I can't do it. I just can't. My mind is so stuck on this. I can't do anything else. I can't talk about. I'm not into celebrity news, for instance. I don't like to talk about celebrity lifestyle. To me, it's not fun to me. I don't find anything exciting about it. So it's very difficult for me to do other types of content. This is the only content. This is it. I can't do, and I don't want to do anything. And plus, it doesn't align with my spirit, so I don't. Right? I mean, people who do it. Not that I'm not knocking anyone for doing whatever it is they're doing. It's not in my place. Who I be. It's not in my place to knock anyone for whatever content they're doing, and they're thriving in it. You know what I mean? But for me, I just cannot. I can't do it. I just feel like it's a complete waste of my time just to sit down and then start talking about some celebrity who doesn't even know whether you exist, or and has no impact, not making any impact. I will talk about a celebrity, for instance, who has interest in the lives of the people, the common people. That for me, when what's her name, Nicki Minaj spoke about Nigeria, oh my God, yeah, automatically I became a huge fan. I love those are kinds of things that I gravitate towards. I like people who are concerned about other people, whether they're doing it for selfish reasons or whatever it is that they're going. I don't care, as long as the person is remembering that there are people that I need to also speak up for with my huge platform. Immediately I went to follow Nicki Minaj. I don't know if you ask me now, do you know? I don't know one Nicki Minaj song. I don't know. I just dey hear Nicki Minaj. I know they can they listen to those type of songs. So I just go follow am. I say, Queen Nicki, how you dey? Well done. Those kind of things. Yeah. I would follow people like that. If I see a celebrity now that is speaking up for the common people, and all, I go follow you immediately. I not even dey waste time. I go say yes. This one a person when they think about other people, not just they think about the profit or how in life they improve. If they think about the people when bring gam, when carry am. That's why I like Mr. Macaroni. I never watch Mr. I like his comedy to a certain extent. I don't like the objectification of women personally, but I dey watch am just to laugh, right? Because of what Mr. Macaroni, the role that he plays. And I like the fact that on Twitter, Mr. Macaroni does not give a damn about Agbado people. He will call them out. And I love the way he does it. And when he does it, like, you people think I will be embarrassed because you say you saw them beat me and naked me. Okay, they naked me. So what is it? Okay, I agree. Yeah, it hurt me. And that's why I'm keeping malice with the governor of Sanwo-Olu, who is my servant. He needs to work. I like him for that. So why? I follow the guy. I follow Mr. Macaroni. Do you understand? When I hear what's his name? What's this other guy? What's this other artist name? Falls. Falls the bad guy. I like some of his music, right? But when he said, during the NSAS thing and all of that, and even recently when he came out and he was talking about the election and all of that, I was like, I like people like that. So I've been following Fowles because of his evil, he's involved, he speaks up for what's going on in society. I follow him. I will follow people like that. And not to talk about their lives, but just because they care about their fans. I like people who care about their fans and not, they're not gloating over themselves and looking down on everybody. I don't like that, because for you to be a superstar, you have people need to follow you. If people don't follow you, you're not going to have that superstar stardom. Sorry, you won't. Because now people you still they use to make money and they tap from their energy. When they buy your ticket, come view your show, now energy be that. You are tapping people's energy. If it's positive energy, everyone will be filled with joy and excitement. I beg. So yeah, I'm very, very choosy about the people I follow. I don't just they carry follow people anyhow. You understand? So let me see. Yeah, I'm doing it for my own spirit. I don't do it, so I'm satisfied every time. Every time I'm satisfied. But again, not to knock anybody's content, to I beg. Everybody gets waiting that they do, and they do it so well. But for me, I don't know how to do content like that. You see me now, I just carry my phone out and my laptop immediately, straight news. What's going on, we need to keep up to date. That's all I do. So it's very obvious that you're very, yeah, fully committed to it. Yeah, I am. Even when you feel fed up about it, you still come back with energy. Oh, thank you very much. I don't have a choice, my brother. Just like you, Kola, you always show up. You don't have to show up. You don't have to be here. You understand? I'm not one of your biggest YouTubers. I don't have so many followers, and I don't care how many people watch me or don't watch me. I'm not about that. I just want that country to work. You know what I mean? If that country was working, I'll consider other. I'll be like, oh, the country is working. Okay, let me go to Nigeria, go to my farm, tell you people about farming, because I love farming, right? My content will be about farming. I'll be telling you what I planted. Oh, I planted corn today. Oh, hey, the corn, if you see the corn, oh my God. Hey, because I like food. Thank God I'm not I'm not massive. But yeah, I will tell you about my yams, my cassavas, my palm trees. I tapped my palm kernel today. I tapped wine. I have palm wine. I sell palm wine. People are coming home, come and patronize me. That kind of thing. Those are the type of content I will do. So we have to get it right as a country. Honestly, I really want Nigeria to work. It doesn't make sense the way it is right now. It's unfortunate that we've had, people who have come to do serious damage to that country. They do not care, right, if everybody else burns. And it shouldn't be. And guess what? If we fold our hands and we don't do anything and we don't speak on these issues, guess what? Who's going to lose? Some of us have children, right? You want those children to, some of them they are having a tough time overseas, right? They're having difficult times. But guess what? When they go home, they feel like they belong. How many people are thinking about that? For those of you who have children, how many of you are thinking about that? How many of you? You got to think about those things, because the world, you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. There are children here that are from Nigeria, are growing up, are not happy because they don't feel like they belong. They'll come, they go see one therapist or the other. For what? If you carry those children go home, you go see how they go thrive, because nobody's coming for them. Everybody looks like them, So some of those things people need to consider. It's not about now, it's not about you, it's about the future. And that's the thing that a lot of these Nigerian leaders don't think about. They don't think about the future. They never think about the future. Now about now, do party, oble, they'll come spray money, bundle. They'll come, they say money na water. They use all kinds of things. Say they, I beg. You know, me, I hear that Lagos has become so overpopulated now. It's so, because people are migrating from everywhere onto Lagos. There's no space anymore. See, I saw somebody's video where they were trying to go rent a house, or they were looking for an apartment to rent. If you see the filthy, tiny place that somebody was quoting 5 million naira for them, I shake my head. After they pay that 5 million, they will literally have to redo that apartment. In fact, what am I saying? Strip down the walls, set it up again, paint it. Oh my, 5 million. Hey, Osalobua, for 1 year, 1 year, 2 years, 10 million. Now the person say, how much they make? Hey, God, I beg go. I say no. Lagos has become overpopulated. People are even saying that the water may one day just get angry. Lagos is overpopulated. But this one when Fulani don dey drive people from villages now, wetin they go do? And your government ain't doing shit about it. They don't care if everybody burn. They don't care. Ha! Hey, Weleke. Hey, Ike, welcome. Oh, thank you. Hey, Natu, how far now? My father did not think twice taking his family back to Nigeria, and I want to have the same feeling if I plan to take my children home, and that's why I want... Exactly. You gotta think about the future, man. You have to. You want your children to experience that Nigeria. Nigeria is what makes you thrive. Do you know that? Nigeria is what makes you resilient. Yes, the experiences may not have been the best, but there's a resilience that Nigeria breeds in you. I don't know how to explain it. It's very important for you. Take them to the villages, not the city. I beg. If Nigeria was working, you take your children to the village. Let them go and see older people going to the farm. Let them follow people to the farm. Let them get used to the country life. Not be go Lagos, go sit down for go Nigeria, go sit down for Lagos. They do evening restaurant and all those nonsense. That's not the typical life of a Nigerian. Typical life of a Nigerian is wake up in the morning. If you go to the country, the ones who be civil servants, you'll see they wake up, go work. The ones where they go farm will carry their this thing in the morning, early momo. They don't go farm. They don't go work. They don't go plant. Come back, harvest cocoyam when they come back, when they go roast for fire, or harvest cassava when they go mill, prepare to use and turn to garri. Come on now. That's the life. Oh, forget all this other one, all this paparazzi. People, oh, I want to go to this thing. I want to go and live by the water. Fashi that thing. You can live by the water in Nigeria. You can. Look at that Morocco place that they are destroying. Do you know that there's a Morocco place in, is it Togo or Benin or where? And Ilaje. I think Ilaje has water settlement like that. It's cleaner than the one in Lagos. Cleaner than the one in Lagos. Come on, what are we talking about? Everything you need is in Nigeria. We must get this country right. We have to. Yes, it has been terrible for the longest time, for decades, for over 60 years. It has been terrible, but we must get it right. We must turn the tide, man. It will be criminal if we fold our hands and just let this country go like that. For outsiders to come and inherit what your ancestors left for you. Hey, God, I beg you. We must, however way you want to get involved. If not to go register for party, register for party. If you are moving to Nigeria, there are people who want to move to Nigeria. Go and make politics your life. Whether you like it or not, you may not like, but politics has an interest in you. You don't have interest in politics, but guess what? Politics has an interest in you. Politics literally determines whether you live or die. If you don't know that by now, I don't know what else to tell you. Look at the numbskulls that are your politicians. Are you not ashamed of them? Look at your governors. Look at the people representing you. Meanwhile, you are smart, you have integrity, you have character, but you have these jaga people representing you. Everybody is now looking at everybody with the same eye. Meanwhile, you are not a thief. You never see drug for your life before. Even if you see, you not go recognize them. But they tell you now, say your government is, God I beg you. No, when Nigerians go now, they get respect again. They drive now, they shoot now like fly. Is that supposed to be? Country where be say, when you talk that time, they will respect you. They don't respect you again. They don't even want to hear what you get to talk. See that Oyibo boy when you come out that day, they say, Nigerians, why don't you fix your country? Why don't you speak all the plenty English? I don't know whether I bring the video come here for now. Oyibo boy, he talked on anyhow. No lie in what he said. There were no lies told. People were now dragging him. He did another video and said, why are you dragging me? I'm telling you the truth. They're literally unaliving people, slaughtering people like animals. And you people are saying this and that. He called Nigeria and say, yeah, more of this, please. Nigerians need to be double embarrassed. That's the same thing I mean about PO. People have different things to offer society. And if that is the person's fate, there's commitment. That's true. They will do it to the best of their ability. You're right about that. You're right about that. You're absolutely 100% right about that, Kola. I couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely 100%. So for me, this is what drives me. I feel that weight. I feel the pain of the people in Nigeria. I see how, even though, of course, we all have experiences growing up in Nigeria. It wasn't all honky, it wasn't all flowers and roses, right? But when you now compare, you're like, when I was coming up was even better, because during my time we used sawdust to cook. We used sawdust. There was the time there was no kerosene. People were not using palm oil shaft. That shaft that you get from palm oil. They're using it to light fire for wood. So, but now it's even worse. People don't even fit go their farms at all. They don't fit do anything. So if you not buy food, you not fit chop. So people are starving. So there's a lot of starvation in a country where there's food. I remember then we used to go to the farm. After harvesting, you put some food by the roadside, because my dad used to say, this is how it is. You leave food by the roadside for people who cannot afford or who don't have land to farm. They can pick up stuff and take home. Every time we're leaving the farm, then we'll leave yams at the corner of the road where the farm starts. People will just lay it out for them. Cassava. Sometimes if it's corn, we harvest corn, you leave some by the side of the road. If it's melon, we used to plant our melons then. We'll carry the egusi, the one that you get the egusi from. You leave some by the side of the road for them. On and on like that. Then you go people's houses, they get mango tree, they get avocado tree, they get what do they call them? This African apple. Now they call them. I can't remember what it's called now. Cherry, agbalumo or whatever. You see them. So when the season come like this, everybody go they climb everybody tree. Your neighbor go bring you basket of mango. You go give them basket of oranges. Come on now. I'm telling you, sawdust, coal. I'm telling you, palm oil. You can't use that palm oil shaft. Put am for middle, light fire. It's in your cash. Nobody dey fit kerosene come scarce that time now. Even petrol come scarce. People not dey fit go anywhere again. During Abacha time. Whoa, Nigeria must better in our lifetime. We must continue to talk, to create the awareness and wake up the soul of the people. We need a critical mass. There's no shortcut about it. I was impressed by the number of people that came out at the National Assembly to protest, but we needed more. We need to wake more people up. And that's why, to me, I kind of still agree with what Dele Farotimi is doing and also suggesting. I'm keeping my eye out on that space as well, So that's why every time he does his Sunday sermons, I try to go listen to it. When I'm not able to, I bring it here so we can all listen to it together because, sometimes he speaks to the core of the situation and I like to hear his take on things, So I hear he has joined the Village Boy movement. By the way, I saw him with the t-shirts. I was like, okay, all right, village people are winning. For those of you who like to form city boys, I'm sorry to tell you, the village people are winning. Una one they run from village people. Here we are. Here we are, the village people. We are here. We are not ashamed. We are not ashamed. We are not hiding ourselves. All una say una want be city boys. We will be village people now. We are proudly representing. In reality, the West has very little very little offer us as a people with the very strong culture and community spirit we have in Africa. No compare. Absolutely, Kola. Absolutely. There's no comparison. I mean, look at it here. We're all from Nigeria, from different parts of the country, but look at the camaraderie that we have here. We talk with each other, we banter. Sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't, but there's a sense of community. Right? So nothing beats that. Nothing beats this at all. It's the same way when you go to Nigeria. If you go to your village, oh my God, hey, how you there? Welcome. Oh. Everybody go gather you. Do you know the kind of joy that brings? People are coming, they say, you don't chop. Wait till you get, they'll bring gift. No matter how small it is, they'll bring it for you. Pawpaw trees everywhere. So there's that. Nothing beats it. You can't have that kind of community outside of where you come from. It's not possible. It's not going to be as authentic, So this is why Nigeria is very important, that sense of community. And whether we like it or not, as people from that geographical location, there's something unique about us that cannot be explained. You cannot explore it. You cannot finish exploring it. We're a unique set of people. Forget that we disagree or we are fighting amongst ourselves. There is something about us that other people see and recognize that we've not fully tapped into. That's the thing. There's a beauty about us that other people recognize that we have not been able to tap into. So until we get the country right, in the right direction, right, and we're now able to, we must talk, there must be forgiveness, there must be reconciliation, and we must decide to chart a better course for ourselves. I'm telling you, and for those coming behind, because they have to inherit something that they can work on. They have to inherit something that they can take over from and work and, continue to do the good work on. And then appreciate the fact that this thing, if you don't take care of it, you stand a chance of losing it to make sure, So, I don't know. But anyways, that being said, my people, I don't take pass as I say I go take for you. Make I leave una. I know say money don't reach for some places. I know say money don't reach. Some people now don't enter money. As we dey enter night for here. Abeg, una no like I no understand. I put poll up, una go vote am. To like, una no go like am. I no understand. I no know wetin I do now. I no know who I offend. When be say una no dey like the video, I go shout like. My voice will croak. You come crack. I don tire to dey shout the like. I go post. To una no go still. Anyways, my people, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate o. Will ADC be ready in 2027? Una say 67% say Nehi Baba. Okay. 30% say, abi na 33% say yeah. Okay. We dey here, we go dey observe. So my people, abeg go mona pray for people wey dey Mexico. Mona send dem good vibes all over the world sef, not just Mexico. Iran, Mexico, things dey happen all over. Keep your eye out. Mona pay attention to the news across the globe. Mona not just ignore wetin dey happen for the world. There are a lot of things happening. It will inform whether you're going to travel, when, how, you understand, where to travel to. So Mona, dey careful. Things are not I don't know wetin dey happen now. Mona just know wetin dey happen around the world, sha. That's what are you trying to say? And people, I don't understand that one. I don't understand that last sentence. So you dey sleep as you dey write am? How your babies? I know they are keeping you on your toes. The people wey no like which people? People wey no like ja. What do you mean ja? What do you mean by that one? I don't know wetin that one mean. No. You know what? You are right, Natu. Agbado people no dey like my life. I don't notice am, but they always like to show up. They go dey background, they listen. Then when the thing don't come pain them, maybe wetin I dey talk, they come rush enter comment section. They come dey talk anyhow, they yarn up pattern. They come dey talk, they come to defend their demon. Their demon head. Now they know they like, you are true. Not true. You are right. I agree with you. Agbado people more na like I dey tell una, if una not like this show, una fit no dey see am again because na only who like dey see the show. If you not like, you no go see am. So if you like, you go vote, but you no go like, and you want to dey see the show. Okay, una continue. Anyway, my people, let's call it a night. I go see you now on the next one. Let's keep an eye out. We'll see wetin go happen now as they don't submit their reports for White House to Trump. We go see wetin go happen. Now, thank you very much. Natu, thank you so much. Kola, thank you. Kene, everyone that was able to join. Ike, thank you very much all. And Mr. Obibweze, thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoy your evening, your morning, your afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye.